Hey guys, welcome to the first episode of Silhouettes. I'm your host, Laney, and with me I have my good retard friend,
That's
Zach.
fucked up.
That's how it goes.
Epic co-host Zach over here.
Fucking piece of shit. Anyways, today we got quite a bit to talk about, I'd say. What do you think?
Yeah, we've gathered up some topics that I think we should interest our viewers with.
They talk about rage is interesting. You know, Zach, tell me about some of the worst stuff you've had to deal with in video games.
I'm gonna be honest, like any Nintendo game, fucking them shits be hard. Like you don't know where to go, you don't know what item you need. Like if anyone's seen AVGN, like Castlevania, like you have to fucking crouch in some random corner and something happens. It's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about with that. I think the only Nintendo game I've ever played has been a fucking probably Ghosts and Goblins.
Dude, fuck.
That shit was
Fuck
made to
that
be
game.
hard. Yeah, I almost beat that shit, dude. I was on the second to final level. I was pro at Ghosts and Goblins. I could probably speed run that game.
Could you?
What?
Could you?
Yeah, I probably could.
Speedrunner? Oh man.
Yeah, in 15 minutes.
Doubt.
You know what's the speedrun record for Ghosts and Goblins?
Let's look up the speedrun. Shit.
17 minutes and 52 seconds.
17 minutes? Damn.
How much you want to bet I do it in 16?
I would love to see you do that.
You know what? I'll try that sometime.
Uh-huh.
I will try that. I'll do it. I'll record it too. I'll fucking stream that shit.
Yes, dude.
You'll see me do it.
You wanna?
It's a promise.
There's no dumbass shit. So right now I'm playing Earth Mother 1, but in Earthbound or Mother 2, there's this really dumb section where you have to just go under this cave. I think it's like a cave or a mountain, and you have to sit there for 10 actual minutes, and then something happens in order to progress the game, which is ridiculous. You basically had to buy a walkthrough to know what to do.
10 fucking minutes, dude? Are you fucking
Not
serious,
even
bro?
capping. 10 whole minutes. Or it was something ridiculous.
In a random spot, or was it obvious?
No, it was just some spot.
No.
Yeah.
It's fucking sounds actually genuinely retarded.
Sounds very fun.
But I'm known for being retarded in games like that. I cannot figure shit out, dude. Not at all.
This is a hot take because I know people love their open worlds, and I love my open worlds too. But honestly, I really like when the game just holds my hand and tells me where to go. Cause sometimes I'm a fucking idiot and I don't know what to do in a lot of games, like Dark Souls.
I know about that, dude. Dark Souls holds your hands
no,
though.
It does,
you're just stupid. It does.
There's caverns and shit and weird ass fucking spaces.
Bro, haven't you only played Dark Souls 3?
I played Dark Souls 3 and Bloodborne, and I got lost in both of them.
All right, I can a quarterly understand Bloodborne, but Dark Souls 3, dude, that shit is, it's open, they don't really tell you, you don't have a place to go immediately, you can go where you want, but the paths are straight, basically.
Yeah, but there's no, there's always dead ends, or you get a bonus item.
Yeah, cause it's an area,
Yeah, but
what do you want, a straight fucking racetrack, Dark Souls 3?
Doesn't have to be straight. Code Vein I never got lost in. But, that's because of that map.
Yeah, but Code Vein, now there's people might disagree with me, but I'm gonna be with you. Code Vein kind of sucks.
Code Vein wasn't the best, but I enjoyed it for what it was.
I guess I enjoyed it. I beat it. I did not enjoy the DLC. DLC sucks dick for Code Vein.
Yeah, I thought so.
It's just a boss and it's a square foot of an area with 2 mini bosses and a boss.
That's fun.
And they made the boss fucking retarded. And that's how they pad the time. And it's this dumbass fucking just this place that you go to, and it has challenges that you have to do while you beat the boss, and that's what they want you to pad out the time. So you keep doing this shit over and over again.
Replaying the same
and that's
boss.
Also you get the gear. You don't craft the gear or anything. You have to do these fucking challenges to get the gear and shit.
Oh.
And it's the same for all 3 of the Code Vein
That
DLCs.
seems really boring.
I thought it'd be like a new story area, you know?
Mhm.
Because I was interested in the story. I actually paid fucking attention, but no.
I know you'll disagree, and I know every other person on the planet will disagree, but I had way more fun with Code Vein than I did with Dark Souls and Bloodborne.
Bro, don't ever say that again. No, man.
Yeah,
Nah, that's not. That is.
because I always knew where to go. The like things that you would upgrade were kind of cool, and like the story I thought was cool because there was an actual story. I mean,
Well, the Dark Souls has an actual story.
yeah, but
though.
it's kind of like
shit's
chips and pieces. They're like,
Yeah. All right, I'll give you that one. Dark Souls story ain't for everyone because it ain't
it's not
straight
obvious.
up told to
Yeah,
you.
it's not like, hey, this is what's happening. It's like, yeah, stuff happens, you know.
So, I don't got no. I'm still mad at you about the Bloodborne thing because you haven't even beat that game.
I mean, Bloodborne's fun, but
Bloodborne's like one of my top 5 favorite games.
really,
It's amazing. It's my favorite Souls game. Bloodborne is.
I'd say yeah. I like
Shit.
actually. I don't know if I like Bloodborne more than I like Souls 3.
I think Dark Souls 3 would be much more your liking than Bloodborne because, you know, Bloodborne's probably less straightforward than Dark Souls 3
Yeah. I mean,
in terms of like area design. Because like the opening shit of Bloodborne was like that city, wasn't it? Yeah. And one of the bosses there is an optional boss, and I think you did that one, the Cleric Beast first.
oh, the Cleric Beast was optional.
Yeah, that's an optional boss. You can skip
Oh,
that.
really?
The main boss was Father Gascoigne.
Fuck Father Gascoigne, dude. I could not beat him for the life of me.
They trick you, dude.
Dude, Father
They're
Gascoigne's
like,
so
you
hard.
fight the Cleric Beast, you're like, oh, this shit easy, dude. And then they give you Father Gascoigne, and you're fucking
He's so
raked by a
hard.
gun. You know? I mean, maybe I'm just gamer, but, you know, I can do it.
I'm pretty sure I needed you guys to help me out with them. I've
Yeah.
soloed the boss where it's the 3 dudes.
Like the snake people?
Ye-
Like they shoot snakes out?
And yeah.
Yeah, but that's because they're fucking easy.
Nah, they were kind of hard. Not too hard though. I mean, they're definitely easier than Father Gascoigne.
What was fucking hard was that fucking the poison one. The poison beast thing in the underground town. I don't know if you
I don't think I did.
remember that. You might not have even
I don't know
done
if I
that. It
did.
might have been optional. I don't know where the fuck you are. You pressed like ROM or some shit.
Yeah, literally Rom, and I didn't do the boss after. Oh no, I did. I tried the boss after that, but he was really hard. It's that big dude.
Dude, ROM is freaky. I don't like spiders, dude. Spiders in any game.
Yeah, I mean,
Shit is nasty.
I used to hate spiders, but now I'm just like, yeah, just flick them.
Bro, fuck whoever made spiders. Just in general, dude.
Yeah, why do you have to do
And then
that?
stuck them to video games from the dawn of video games. There's always been a fucking spider enemy. It's always a giant spider.
Yeah. Isn't there one in Mario? I'm not sure if there's one in Mario.
I don't even think there's bugs in Mario.
Yeah, there is. Fucking Wiggler.
The Wiggler? Oh, the fucking caterpillar.
What I
I forgot about that shit.
Dude, so the spiders that I don't like is like the camel spider. That thing's huge, and also like old dinosaur age when there was a lot more oxygen in the air or whatever. Fucking spiders are
Carbon dioxide.
large. Yeah,
I don't know how to tell you this, bro, but the camel spider is not a spider.
is it not?
If I recall, it's not.
It's big like a spider. It looks like a spider. Are you telling me it's a camel?
They're a part of the spider family, but they're not an actual like. They're not a spider.
What do you mean they're not a spider?
You know, they're a part of the because you know they're a part of the arachnid family,
Mhm.
and because they have 8 legs, but they're not a part of the spider family. Because a scorpion's an arachnid.
Oh yeah, so it's an arachnid, but it's not a spider.
No, it's a soul pelagid. I don't know what the fuck that is.
I have no idea.
Camel spiders are fucking disgusting though.
They're large, very very large.
Somebody needs to put a camel spider in a video game as an enemy.
Someone
I
needs to
would
put
see
a
that shit.
camel spider in someone's house for a funny YouTube prank.
I think if I recall, camel spiders can't even. Their bites can't pierce your skin.
Oh really? They're weak.
not that weak. It's like their pinches aren't like designed for that shit.
What is it meant to do?
I don't know. Chew off your foreskin or some shit.
I don't like that.
I genuinely don't know what a camel spider is supposed to do besides look fuck ugly.
Do they actually fuck with camels, or are they just called a camel spider because they're big?
Well, apparently they were called camel spiders because the myth was like they ate camel stomachs, but they don't do that.
Yeah, that's just so mean.
At least we don't think they do that.
Dude, I wouldn't put it past them. Those nasty fuckers.
Yeah, you know. But you know, some spider women, dude.
Spider women?
Yeah.
Arachne?
Like in Dark Souls, there's a spider woman, Quelaag.
Is she hot?
Good friend Dom thinks she's hot. I mean, her entire backside's a spider body, so
Yeah, it's a little bit.
I don't know if you're into that, bro. I'm sure she could show you a good time.
No. Is she large?
Yeah, she's like twice your size.
I will pass.
Well, you got a problem with large women?
Not necessarily, but large spider women I do. Not
It's
massive.
very specific. You had a bad experience with large spider women?
Yeah, you know, it happens. Everyone, spider women are not easy to get along with.
You know, you're not wrong.
They'd be freaky.
Ironically, one of my exes probably turned out to be a spider woman. I wouldn't say.
Yeah.
I'd see it. Very poor choice in woman I have.
Yeah.
Doesn't stop me though. Yes, it does. I'm alone.
That's how I'll be. I'm content with where I am.
Are there any spiders in fucking the fucking Persona series?
No. I don't know. Are there spiders in Persona?
No, I don't think I've ever seen a spider Persona at all.
Pretty sure there's not.
Which is funny because the fucking shit they put in that game makes no goddamn sense.
Yeah.
You think they have
Got some wacky shit though. Oh.
I mean, it's unique. I'd say. Probably some of the most unique shit I've ever seen in a, video game in terms of character designs.
And the fact that there's a wiener in it. There's a wiener in Persona.
You always gotta bring up whatever his name is.
I don't know. All I know is...
I think his name literally means dick or something.
I don't know. Let's see. I'm gonna look at penis Persona. I know, in one of the... I think it might be in Persona 5. They call him, like, the throbbing something. It was Mara. But yeah, they call him something really weird. But yeah, I don't know why... he's pretty good. He's like a level 80. He's pretty strong.
He's also very
And you
disgusting.
can't forget there's the smaller wiener, who's like a little chode.
There is?
Yeah. It's a little green boy.
Isn't the green one Mara, though?
Yeah, but it's another one. He's like lower level, though. I think he might be in Kamoshida's palace.
Of course, it's Kamoshida's palace.
Probably. I don't think Mara would be in that one.
Jesus, there's a lot of iterations of them.
Oh, yeah. Personas have multiple different iterations through the games. So they haven't always had, like, one set design.
They straight up... First Mara from SMT1 just straight up has the full balls and penis and the veins and everything. It is actually disgusting.
From SMT.
I am looking at it right now. SMT1 Mara, he doesn't have the chariot. It's just the straight dick.
Trying to find a picture of it.
I can send a picture.
Good.
Look at this. I will send this right now.
Send it up. Send me the cock and balls.
Here you go. I ain't. It's everything and more, dude.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, what are you gonna do, man?
It looks like he was censored in America because I'm looking at his sprite,
Yeah.
and they removed the balls from the sprite.
Damn, not the balls, dude. That's the that's the best
But they
part.
did. No, dude.
Speaking of Persona 5, let's get your hot, steamy opinion about the game.
Like Persona 5?
Yeah, I'm
I'm
talking vanilla.
I love Persona 5, the first one. That's like, I mean, I'm sure it's been said a thousand times already. Persona 5 isn't overrated. Some people say it's not. It's genuinely an amazing, like, 9 out of 10 game.
I agree.
I wouldn't call it a 10 out of 10, but it's up there. And I was pleasantly surprised because I actually only got that game because I saw it in GameStop. And I was like, you could go to school on the back. And I was like, dude, a game where I can go to school and date people? That's pretty cool.
Pretty epic.
And there's monsters, bro.
What do you think about it difficulty-wise?
Difficulty-wise? I mean, I didn't have to... It's probably because I played on normal. But I didn't have to grind at all. I mean, I went to the straight.
How many mementos did you do? Like the requests?
I didn't do a lot, if I remember. I only did like once or twice. I know I had to do the one for some of the confidants, like the Futabas. Had to do that. But I think I would say I did less than 10.
Less than 10.
I could definitely say that I did less than 10.
Well,
in that one.
Dude.
What about you?
Difficulty-wise, like, I'd say for the first couple palaces, like, it wasn't too hard. But then when I got to, spoiler alert, if you haven't beaten Persona 5, you don't know the palaces, I don't want to spoil that. But, in Okumura's palace, that's where I hit I'm pretty sure Okumura was my first hard one. And
Okumura,
I was just super
that's
underleveled.
Haru's dad, right?
Yeah. And then, dude, I had an hour when I was on Shido's palace. I had a 1 hour fight, and I lost.
What?
Against Shido.
Are you for real?
Yeah, I was super underleveled, probably like 5 levels lower or whatever, and he kicked my ass. Now he's like all my items in that fight. I mean, you get them back because you have to load your last save, but yeah, I was super underleveled. Like, I don't think I did many requests at all, but yeah. And then when you do the final fight, I had to grind like 10 levels because I was so underleveled when I was fighting the final boss. But
yeah. I never had granted that one, but in the Persona 5 Royal, in that one, I did a lot of mementos.
Oh yeah.
That was fucking... I must have been brainwashed or some shit. Because just for 2 weeks straight, I just played Persona 5 Royal. And that probably has to do with my opinion on that game. Because... I'm sorry to say, anybody who loves Persona 5 Royal, you know who you are. But in terms of a game, that shit kind of sucks. Because it's just Persona 5, and the shit that was advertised, at least that I was expecting, does not exist in that game. You know?
Yeah, I'll give my opinion on the game. I think Persona 5 Royal was a nice update, but as another $60 game, they could have added a lot more. Like, one, I feel like adding 2 confidants only is kind of ridiculous. It was just
one of which you can only get at the end of the game. Like,
yeah,
really?
you can only battle up at the end of the game, which is ridiculous because you can buy a costume pack that's like $20 for her, and then you can only use her for 1 palace at the end of the game. Which, it's a good palace, but it's disappointing.
Yeah.
That you can
the new section is it's a pretty good story in terms of somewhat. The Akechi parts are kind of hit or miss for me.
Yeah.
Cause sorry you Akechi fans, but
Mega Edgelord.
But I don't know. It just pisses me off that was a $60 game when it really should have been like either DLC for the first Persona 5 or I don't know, at most like a $30 one. Yeah. Because most of the palaces, which is what the dungeons are called, in case you don't know, most of them are it's just the final fight that's like slightly reworked. Like, and some of them are cool reworkings, but There's one that's really annoying. What's his name? Fucking Okumura's fucking rework is retarded.
Yeah, it's pretty lame.
It's just tedious and boring, and they just what is it like? They just keep sending motherfuckers at you.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty similar to his normal one, but it was just slightly different. You needed to kill them all at once or some shit.
Yeah, they're fucking they was like they resist like most shit to find out what they resist to fucking murk them out at the same time.
Yeah, and if you didn't have the elements, you just lost. Unless you, because you can't swap party members unless you bond with the church girl, which kind of makes her essential. But yeah, if you need to have the right party members or the right personas.
Wait, you could swap party members?
Yeah, I guess you never bonded her up. Yeah. But
I'm like,
you want me to rip and tear into the palaces? Because I could, like, they knew what they were doing.
Go ahead.
Because with Kamoshida, they changed a decent amount with his palace. So when you play the first palace, and they mainly advertise the first palace because they're like, oh, look at how much we changed it. But then they don't tell you that, oh yeah, every other palace only has one tiny little section that you could use, like, oh, maybe the grappling hook or something. And then that's it for added sections. I mean, oh yeah, they had the little sections where you get I don't remember what they're called, the seeds of lust or whatever. But even then,
the seeds that are in each palace now.
Yeah, I don't remember what they're exactly called, but it was seeds of something. And those
items they give you aren't even that good.
Yeah, some of them. Well, no, one of them was really busted. The one from Madarame, which is Yusuke's sensei. It is the second palace, and you can immediately become null from every single element. Not null, but you can never get knocked down. You can never have your weakness exploited with that thing.
Oh, that's
which makes the game so easy. Just put it on
insane.
Joker, and you pretty much can't lose.
Speaking of easy though, what was Madarame's palace? That boss fight was insanely easy. I don't think I was over leveled. But like, I swear to God, I two-shot every one of his faces.
I destroyed him, but that's because I didn't know the DLC personas were super busted. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll try one, I guess, because you could fuse them normally. You don't have to like buy them. So I fused it normally, and then I used it, and then he had like a holy skill that hit multiple times each time, and it just destroyed him. And then after that, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna ban all these because they're way too strong and make the game boring.
I did use it. I did use a DLC when I used what's his name?
Izanagi.
Yeah, I used Izanagi.
He's not too broken, I don't think.
Base level.
Yeah.
He wasn't like overloaded or
anything. He had Zionga, which was pretty good, but it wasn't too busted.
I don't think I had it at that point though.
He might start with it, but you might not have had it. I don't remember.
But yeah, that's what I used for most of my run. I used that one and the other one.
Yeah.
That looks fucking evil. I think it's what's his name's persona? Adachi?
From Persona 4?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you never.
Let me use his persona as well. Because his is like a mirror of use, isn't it?
Oh, you're talking about Adachi's? Yeah, Izanami,
yeah, Adachi's.
Picaro or some shit.
I used that one as well because it looked cool, and that's the only reason why.
Dude, you want to talk about Persona 5 Strikers, the most epic spin-off ever?
I think it's good I never fucking bought that game.
Dude, I love it so much. That's why
someone tried to
beat the third palace.
give me the buy that for them.
Yeah, you dodged a bullet.
Have you beaten it yet?
I was thinking about playing it earlier for the meme, and then I was like, dude, it literally is such pain and suffering. I cannot force myself to play that game. Maybe if I wanted to punish myself on stream or something, I'd do it for funny, but it sucks.
But why do you hate it so much though?
I'll explain very in depth. So, Persona 5 Strikers off bat, like the 3D graphics, they did a pretty damn good job with them. Like, they're pretty nice. The thing is though, it does take away from the aesthetic, like, because Persona 5 had a very unique aesthetic with its art. It was all like, it's hard to explain, but if you see the art, you're like, oh yeah, that's Persona 5. You can't mistake it. With Strikers, the 3D art loses its aesthetic a little bit, but like most of the graphics are nice. But then when you look into detail, like I'm pretty sure it's the second palace's town, because each palace you like go around on a road trip basically, and you're in a new town. And in the second palace's town, I noticed that I was looking at the building, and the like window textures for the building was just so awful. Like they put zero effort in it. I've seen better window in like Yakuza like 3 and shit. Like the old ones remaked, even windows in those games look better. It's like they have no excuse for being lazy with that, unless maybe like I don't even think it would be an overload on like a GPU or a CPU. Like I'm pretty sure like they could have had that in. I feel like they were just lazy with that.
Didn't they delegate the development to a different studio?
Yeah, so
isn't it made by the Warrior Studio?
Yeah, that's another big misstep for them. Because I'm not sure if they did the writing as well, but you could tell the characters in Persona 5 Strikers, like, I mean, I know a lot of big time fans were like, this game's great, but I'm sure it's just because they had blind Persona 5 nostalgia, even though it's not that old of a game.
I think that's just what it is for Persona fans sometimes. Because they just ate all this Persona 5 shit right up. Because you know we have one of our friends is just like that. He eats that shit up.
Even though he
no offense to you if you listen to this, but you are a Persona 5 fanboy, and I genuinely think it blinds you to the truth.
Yeah, sadly.
He just won't admit that it's bad, but yet he won't beat it.
Yeah, even though he's in less progressed than I am, and I hated it. But so yeah, another problem is, you know, you said they gave the development off of to the Warriors people, and the Warriors people kind of suck in my opinion, because I played Fire Emblem Warriors, and it's a pretty
that was uncalled for.
I mean, I'm sure I know there's people are fans of the Warriors games. Not my cup of tea, because they're pretty repetitive. And the thing is, with Persona 5 Strikers, it did not have to be repetitive, but instead of, you know, thinking it through, like, the palaces are so, they're called jails. The jails are so methodical. Each jail, I'm pretty sure you get like 3 blocks or some shit, I don't remember, but every single time you get 3 locks, and then you go to the boss fight. And that's it. Like, there really isn't much to it. The combat's pretty, it's alright. Like, the characters are, like, the actual moves each character has are pretty nice. They're all unique and shit. But palaces are a big fail.
Yeah. What about the characters? Did you say you think?
So the characters, they basically what they did, I guess, is they were shown, or they researched the characters, and they basically took a shell of the previous characters and then they put them in the game, and you know, they used their catchphrases, and you know, oh, it's Ryuji, he says for real all the time, and he's stupid. And even though in Persona 5 he was shown that like he kind of grew by the end of the story, like all of that was kind of null. And it really upsets me that Persona 5 Strikers is the canon, it's the canon sequel and not Persona 5 Royal, which should have been the canon sequel, because I mean it just makes more sense. Like, I don't know. They did not need Strikers. Strikers definitely did not need to be canon. Like, I don't know. They should. I really hope they don't make any more spin-offs.
What's up with the new chick from Persona 5 Royal? What's
Sophie her name or whatever. I don't, or Sophie, some shit. I mean, she is a cool character. She's a cute little cyber thing. Although
is she not real?
I'm not sure because I didn't beat the game, but she is like she came from the metaverse, and she's just like this cybernetic being, or at least that's what she appears to be. And she's, and so to explain, in this Persona 5 Strikers, like, you know, instead of Siri, I think it's called like Emma or something. I don't remember, but it's stupid. It's dumb. Because everyone's like hooked on that, and then they're like, because the palaces are linked to Emma, and it's like, wow, it's crazy, bro.
So you told me that it's like a Terminator thing. Siri turned evil in Persona.
Something like
Persona
that.
5 Strikers.
And I'm super upset that the final boss isn't like Shadow Joker, because that was displayed in the trailer that Shadow Joker was a dude. But yeah, the last boss you told me was like some god or something, so that's lame. Like, why does it have to just be a god? I mean, I guess it's like, oh yeah, that's what Persona is. You beat a big god or whatever because you're rebelling with demons. But it's like, It doesn't have to be that because we're no longer on that topic because we already beat God in Persona 5. But, just a little bit passionate about this topic.
Sticking it to the man in Persona 5 Strikers again for the third time now. Except in that one, it's, at least from what I've seen, it's much more turn your brain off.
Yeah.
But I think that's what people get out of Warriors games in general. For instance, I used to play a Warriors Gundam, and it's fun for the most part. Warriors games in general, they can be fun because it makes you feel like some
a badass,
larger than life person. You beat the shit out of fucking armies in that shit. I played a very shit Warriors game.
Yeah.
All right, I can talk about this one. What this Warriors spinoff, whatever you call it. The fucking Fate Extella Link.
Oh yeah, it wasn't good.
Well, I played all. It tricked me, is what happened.
What do you mean?
Because it has branching paths when you play the game. They don't matter.
Really?
They don't do anything. Except give you different people to fight. Ain't no fucking kids in the stories and outcome, nothing.
No.
And if there is, just wasting my fucking time. But that game was dead on arrival. They gave it like 2 updates after it came out in like the first month, and then nothing.
Yeah.
Straight nothing. No updated, no additional characters except for fucking Attila. What's it called? Attila Lily, a little child Attila, and she's fucking broken in multiplayer.
Is she DLC or is she free?
She's DLC. She's like $7.
Wow. Pay to win?
But yeah, they had that shit, and it's just, I don't, bro. It makes me so mad because I was excited for that one.
Yeah.
And the multiplayer was, if you could find people to play with, was okay. Except it has one mode.
Just one mode.
And only one mode. And they never added any other
modes
or any other maps for that matter.
Just one map.
They had like 3 maps.
Wow.
I think. I could be lying. They might have had 1. But yeah, and it was. And that was just like, that's when I realized, dude, Wars games have to be stupid easy to make or something.
Oh yeah, I bet they're pretty cheap.
Because somehow it still felt the same as when I was playing the Gundam Wars game from literally over a decade ago.
Yeah.
And you know what? Call me retarded for not expecting that because it's a Wars game. But I don't know, man. I feel like you could come up with different shit.
Definitely.
When it comes to games, dude. You can take a genre and put a spin on it, man.
I got a question for you about it. So, my experience of all Warriors games is all of the combat pretty much the damn same. It's square, 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 triangle, triangle, and then you destroy face. Is it the same in that game?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you just listed a fucking combo.
Yeah, that's like the best combo.
In that game.
The only combo.
But yeah, that's literally all it boils down to. There's no complicated combos. And, I understand that. It's simple. You want to get your cool shit out easy. You want to do that. But there's not a variety of cool shit you do. There's like 4 combos. Yeah. And Fate Extella, I guess to add on to that, they added skills. You can hold R1 and press square and you get a skill.
Yeah, that's standard.
And, you can add skills, you can unlock new skills. But it's just, it gets lame after a while. For a series like Fate, where you're playing literally larger than life people that have the power of gods, legends and shit. You think they'd come up with more attacks, like a Gilgamesh. Half of his shit, this. I understand in the anime he shoots shit. That's his thing.
Pew.
But half of his shit is just shooting shit, and you can do more than that. I think you can expand on his combat. The fucking mobile game Fate Grand Order just more than that. And it's a fucking 2D sprite. It's just, I don't know. Shit like that pisses me off because it's not just Warriors games. It's just games in general now.
Yeah, it's pretty repetitive with all the battle royales and just let's repeat the same process. Add a battle pass in every game because that's very necessary.
I don't think there's been Well, there probably has been in terms of like indie games and all that, but for me, from what I've seen, I don't think I haven't played much original games that have come out this year and last year. And, COVID hit.
Yeah.
I understand that. But it was just fucking disappointment to disappointment. I was excited for the Predator game, Predator Hunting Grounds, that came out a while ago. That shit still only has 3 maps, if I recall.
Really? Oh yeah, isn't it the 2? Was it 2 that was in the beta?
It was 2 in the beta, and it was 2 when it was fucking released.
Wow.
Or 3. And the thing is, they're all still the same. They're all just a jungle. You cannot tell the difference between them.
Yeah, they need like a desert, something else. City, like, come on. Plenty of ideas.
I mean, the second Predator movie took place in a city. I don't understand how stupid you have to be to just not rip that off. Okay?
Maybe they just gave up on the game. Who knows? I mean, I guess that's what it is. I don't doubt it gets updated anymore. Or it's probably not been updated in a year.
But yeah, I think I don't think it's been updated. But that thing has so much paid DLC. It's like 8 characters you can buy for like $8 each. They have like a samurai predator you can buy and a fucking Viking predator.
All the cool stuff.
I know, it was sad because, when we played it, I had fun for a bit. I definitely, it's definitely much more fun to play the Predator than it is to be the Marine, though.
Yeah, I still feel the game's pretty janky in general. It's not a very, like...
I mean, they never optimized that game.
Yeah.
Fucking, the frames were bad, we're all like, oh, it's the beta. I'm sure they'll fix it in the release, and they did not.
Nope.
The frames are still shit. And maybe you can hit decent frames on PC. I don't know, not on console, dude.
Probably run your RAM up and all that.
Yeah, but that's lazy. Game developers now, at least AAA companies, they regurgitate shit year after year.
Yeah.
Fucking, how can you even play goddamn 2K still?
Yeah, people...
Yeah. I made you install that game. We played it.
It was free.
It was fun. It was free, and it's
a fun game. It doesn't have to be remade every year, though.
I mean, if they just updated one game, you can stretch that out since you don't add anything new.
Like UFC. UFC just updates, and then they release a new game after many years.
Fucking FIFA. You know what they did with FIFA a while ago? I think this was last year.
What they do?
For FIFA 21, it was called FIFA 21 Legacy, and they literally said on the game there have been no improvements from FIFA 20 to FIFA 21.
What?
They added nothing to FIFA 21. Literally nothing.
They advertised it as such?
Yeah. If you read the game, like if you read like what they, because they have the development thing and it shows what they added.
Yeah.
No major improvements. That's what they said themselves. There's nothing new.
And then I guess people...
You literally bought the exact same game. And apparently they said the same thing for FIFA 20 from FIFA 19. So for the last, those games in general, they have, whoever's retarded, and I'm sorry if you're doing this, but you're fucking stupid. You bought those games. You bought the same game for apparently 3 years in a row. The exact same game.
Let's not mention Madden. Let's not even... Yeah, Madden's terrible.
Madden's the fucking... And we have a fucking friend who plays the shit out of Madden.
Yeah, I mean... There's a reason behind it. I'm pretty sure... Like, my understanding is that it's like why everyone buys a new iPhone. It's because it's the new, coolest, latest thing. And if they don't have it, all their friends who are of decent wealth will be like, wow, you're broke and you can't afford blah, blah, even though it's the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's why. Or maybe, they just like, and maybe it's like a domino effect. They see one of their friends got the new one, then I gotta get a new one, and then it just changed like that. You don't. Alright? Tell your friends, hey man, let's just stick with this one for a while. Don't buy new sports games. Or,
Yeah, definitely.
And it's funny how they can get away with it, because like if I recall, Madden makes like, I believe it's like $4 billion a year alone off of what's it called? Ultimate Team.
Yeah, the loot boxes.
The card one.
Yeah, cards.
That's insane.
Card openings.
It's just that's literally insane. And yet they have all that money and they can't just add
anything else.
a new. Yeah. But I don't know. I mean, we're in the day and age where franchises come out every year. We have so many games that come out every year. Call of Duty comes out every year. Assassin's Creed comes out every year.
Does Assassin's Creed?
Yeah, Assassin's Creed comes out every year.
Wait, what was the one before Valhalla? Was that the Roman one?
Yeah, they had like Assassin's Creed Odyssey and then like added a special one. But they had like mini versions too.
Mini versions?
Yeah, like there's like 7 different Assassin's Creeds based off a Black Flag.
Wait,
like,
what?
Like, yeah, if I can just look up the franchise.
I had no idea. I thought it was just Black Flag and that was it.
No, there was like. Okay, it's not exactly every year, but like there are years where they release like a shit ton. Yeah, they were going strong. They had 2 come out in 2014 alone. Then they had Syndicate Origins. Where's the fucking? Yeah, here we go. Assassin's Creed Black Flag got fucking Freedom Cry. Oh no, that's Black Flag. What the fuck is this?
Is it DLC or is it a different game?
It looks like it started out as DLC, but then it became its own shit.
One thing I will say is Black Flag is a banger game. That game is fucking great.
That's fucking amazing. It's probably the best pirate game. It's the best pirate game I've played so far. Ship combat and that is so satisfying.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say yeah, it's probably the best. I like Sea of Thieves a lot too, but I don't even think they're comparable because they're not really similar as in genre. Because like Sea of Thieves is just shipping, but Assassin's Creed has like more like mainly hand-to-hand combat and all that, and there's more like questing in that game.
I feel like Sea of Thieves should definitely increase their server sizes for me.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I like. It's just it feels empty sometimes.
Yeah. Although we got messed up that one time.
Yeah, 'cause, I mean, there was nothing we could do. They're fucking super high level, and we're not. And they're just better at combat.
I think they were a brig too, so they were just larger.
We were just outclassed and outgamed.
Yeah.
Just completely.
We had a lot of loot too. We had so much loot.
See if these, it's a good game now. It is. We haven't tried the Pirates of the Caribbean update, but I heard that's really good. So
cool.
Try that out soon.
Because they actually finally added new enemies, and before like the enemies on like islands and stuff were pretty much just skeletons and different colored skeletons, but now there's I think ghosts, and I know there's sirens in the water that fuck you up. So it seems a lot more.
I really want to see that.
Diverse.
So yeah, it's cool. Sea of Thieves is. I'm sad that when it first came out, it was poopy because that really killed its potential player base. It's still a decent sized people playing the game, but it could have been so much more. It's just like No Man's Sky.
Segway.
But No Man's Sky is a up and down franchise.
Yeah, like they fixed it very much though since the beginning. I'll give them that. It's way better.
Yeah, they deserve credit for when it first came out and it was terrible, and they decided to keep focusing on the game, so just fucking quitting and leaving with all that money. But it's I don't know. It's not very balanced sometimes in terms of like optimized, because they had that recent update that came out and that just broke my shit.
It broke everyone's shit. It broke yours. It broke other friends. Like for some reason, the game when the update came out, everything was like, yeah, we're not gonna cooperate.
But another thing is, there's actually, did you know there's no real, like, it's called, they say it's griefing, but there's no real player to player combat.
Yeah, I don't think you could even destroy someone's base. Is that a thing you can do?
You can't. No, you literally cannot do that.
Well,
I can understand. It'd piss people off if it was on a PvE server, but I definitely think they should add PvP servers.
yeah, sure.
And because I would like a giant galactic war.
There should just be more player-to-player interaction. I feel that'd help the game.
But I think, if I recall, only 16 people can be in a server.
Yeah, and it's like, the server is as big as space.
And I understand that your servers probably aren't like fully like optimized. You're still an indie company on that AAA budget. But you should definitely. I think they should definitely focus on improving the scope and size. Because I would like to see like just a huge group of players just going at it in space.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Maybe that's just not it's not the game they're looking for. It's No Man's Sky.
Yeah.
We got another space game. What was it? Pulsar Lost Colony recently. And that is first playing that game is like, it was confusing as hell.
It was interesting though, but one thing is I'm pretty sure there's no multiplayer interaction in that game.
I'm pretty sure it's a proximity trap.
Yeah, with your players, but I'm not sure if there's other enemy ships out there. Oh no, didn't you say there was?
No, there's other enemy ships. Yeah, there's other enemy ships.
I guess maybe it might not be too populated.
Yeah, I think there's like areas you can go to, and it might have to do with missions as well. Because I know that there's reputations and stuff, and I think if you make your reputation super shit, they actually send bounty hunters after you and stuff.
That's cool.
But right now, I'm saying we're nowhere near that point in that game.
Yeah, that cave we were at seemed like it sucked that I'd go, but it seemed like it was going to be pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's very cool.
That's on lore.
For a game that doesn't even... It's not graphically insane like No Man's Sky in terms of space.
Yeah.
And we can say No Man's Sky isn't that good looking, but I think No Man's Sky can be pretty beautiful sometimes.
Oh yeah, especially in like icy biome. A lot of biomes actually. Icy biomes are pretty nice though.
I will say the volcano looked like shit.
Oh really? I haven't seen one, but I'll trust your word.
It looks worse than those fucking homemade volcanoes you see at a science fair.
Oh, that's not good.
It was... the best way I could describe it is to say if you ever melted a Jolly Rancher.
Yeah, it's just fucking sludge.
That's what the lava looks like.
Oh, it's not. That's terrible.
But I mean, A+ for effort. I haven't seen the sandworms either.
I saw
but
one.
I think
that was pretty cool.
It was. Are they hostile?
It didn't actively try to kill me, but it like hopped out of the thing and it like went through the land, and I was like, yeah, that's cool. I think the screen might have shacked. It was an interesting experience. I definitely was not expecting it.
Like, was it massive? You know?
Oh yeah, it was pretty big.
That's cool. I might have to try going back to No Man's Sky sometime. Maybe it's been fixed and stuff.
I try to get back to it, but I feel like the gameplay loop really doesn't... Like, the first time I played it, the gameplay loop catched me very well. Like, I was very interested in playing the game, because I wanted to build a base, but now, like, I went back, and I'm on the PS5 version. Yeah, I got the PS5, boys. And,
Yeah, okay. Flex some more, won't you?
And, yeah, I just got lucky. But, like, the gameplay loop really doesn't get me, because, like, the base building is kind of shit. Really, like, it doesn't really lock very well, like, comparatively to, like, say, Minecraft. Like, Minecraft's very free form when you're building stuff. It's really easy to build. But in No Man's Sky, like, when you build around weird terrain, it's not very easy to do. And, like, you have a terrain manipulator, and when you use it, like, it gets really weird, and, like, it's not easy to make it look natural or make it look cool, because it'll be all uneven and it'll be edgy and stuff. It won't be smooth.
Yeah. Yeah, I tried to get in the building in No Man's Sky, but it's just like you said, it's very funky. It's not, which is odd because you think that's one of the main focuses of No Man's Sky, but
it's like the first thing, and like you once you fix your ship, you get to the base computer and then you build a base. So you'd think they would have centered around bases more, but I guess not.
I don't. I don't know what to say about that. It's just, I'm sure they'll probably get better in a future update.
Yeah, I'm sure they'll fix it
Maybe.
up. Well, like I don't know if it'll re-interest me, but I'm sure they'll knock out some of the weird optimization stuff that was happening with the newer game mode if they haven't already fixed that.
Yeah, getting back into a game like No Man's Sky,
It's a lot of work.
it's a lot of work. Thinking about No Man's Sky reminds me of, I think, the worst game I've ever played.
What?
Fallout 76. Because those games are like parallels. They both started out terrible.
shit.
Except Fallout 76 beta. Thinking back on it now, I think our excitement is what makes us think it was so good. Because that shit was buggy as hell as well.
It was buggy, but like it didn't hinder. Like when I think back to it, I had actual enjoyment. I'm not sure if it was because like there was, we were timed. There was a certain amount of hours you could play, and then the server would be shut down. So maybe the fact that it was limited, we were like trying to do everything as fast as we could.
It was definitely fun though. Like when we played that beta, because it was new.
And we had a
got
whole
to see
band.
cool shit.
We had me,
Yeah.
you, 2 other people.
Jason and
Louis.
Louis are their names. It was, and then the bugs, well, present, weren't game breaking. At least in the beta,
They're just funny.
They're very funny. And the enemy variety in that game was okay.
Yeah, it was okay.
We got to see a fucking Wendigo. That shit was cool. It was spooky.
Dude, one thing that Fallout 76 can suck my dick with? That was stupid. I don't remember what they're called. Those flying
Scorch
fuckers.
Beast. Scorch Beast.
Fuck
yeah.
them. They destroyed my entire base, bro.
Bases were broken as shit in Fallout
Yeah,
76. That's what I was thinking about because of the No Man's Sky bases. Because if I recall, like every time you got off of Fallout 76, it would kill your base.
Yeah.
You get to put your base back down.
I had a pretty nice base in 76.
Keyword had.
Yeah. But the problem with Scorch Beasts is like they were a menace. They would destroy your stuff, and then you got rid of them. But they were bullet sponges. They would take hundreds of bullets, and then you'd kill one just for another one to spawn in.
Yeah, it was like when your base was destroyed. I think there was like 3.
There was a lot.
I don't know how there was 3 in one spot. But it was insane, and it was very funny. That made me laugh
Made me
so
sob.
much. Cause it's like you can dive bombed by shit that's glitching out in the sky.
Yeah, it's fun. Very fun.
But never again. I tried to get back on the Fallout 76 like 3 times.
Yeah, Battle Royale. So fun.
I forgot that they had a Battle Royale.
I bet like so many people don't know about that mode. It sucks.
Could we even play it? I think it took us like 5 minutes to get into a Battle Royale match.
Yeah, and then they didn't do it well.
No, they didn't do anything special with it. I remember what the fuck was the point of what you were running away from.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know what the circle was.
It might have been like radiation or something. I don't know.
It was fucking. That was one of the worst cases of jumping on a fad. Because your game already sucks dick. It's already broken. And you add a whole new fucking stupid mode that you half-assed.
Not a good idea. So just add content that's not good.
But that game has me worried. Because fucking now they got 2 new games coming out. Elder Scrolls 6 and they're making this new RPG.
Stellaris?
Like a new IP.
What's it called?
Starfield. It's gonna be a new space RPG, and I was excited for that. Except I think it's gonna be an Xbox exclusive now.
Yeah, because Bethesda was pretty much just like, yep, bye.
No, yeah, it is. Starfield's Xbox exclusive. I remember because they said that shit, and it's only gonna be on Xbox.
And I bet
and I was so fucking pissed off.
Scroll 6 is probably gonna be exclusive too.
If that's exclusive as well,
it'll be on PC, it's cool because we have PC, but there's a lot of people who can't afford like a PC.
Yeah, but I want to say I'm tired of exclusives. I really do. But
You're a nuisance.
you know, I want to be able to just buy the console I want to buy, because I get a console because my friends are on it. I haven't had a exclusive. There's never been an exclusive that's made me want to buy a console. I've never been like, I gotta play that game. Like, go spend $400 on this shit. That's never happened before.
Originally, I've never thought that, but since I've played like Persona and Ghost of Tsushima, I'm definitely stuck on PlayStation now.
Yeah, apparently Persona 5 might be going to Xbox.
PC it is.
I heard.
That would be
But,
really lame.
Yeah, some people like exclusives are supposed to be the shit that sells the console, apparently. And you know, PlayStation certainly had some heavy hitters. You know, they God of War, Spider-Man, Horizon Zero Dawn. Those are all
Last of Us.
very fantastic.
Part
games.
1.
The Last of Us,
Specifically Part 1 and only Part 1. I mean, Part 2 has good gameplay, but I disagree with the story. I feel like it's dumb.
Most of the people I've interacted with and the YouTubers I've watched have. The story sucks.
Joel was thrown
That's
in
it.
the trash.
I cannot say, for any of y'all who haven't played Last of Us Part 2, just ignore what I'm about to say. Block this out. But for the fact that entire game, because you know, what's your name? Joel gets fucking murked.
Yeah, dumb reason.
And so the bitch that they make you play for 12 hours, you get to play as the girl who killed Joel.
Yeah, it's fun.
You know, she got her revenge right then when she killed Joel. And when you play as Ellie, suddenly Ellie's, after going on this quest to go fuck up the person who fucked up Joel, she's like, no, I'm not gonna be like you. I'm gonna show mercy. You know what? Why couldn't they give you a choice? You know, either be the bigger person or fucking kill this person. I mean, I know why they gave it a choice, because I guarantee you they'll make a fucking third Last of Us. Last of Us Part 3.
Yeah, it's possible.
And they'll probably make you play as the bitch again. Abby.
Yeah, because I don't believe she died.
No, fucking Ellie let her live.
Yeah.
I was like, that's the...
I don't...
Ruffles my jammies, man.
I remember, like, I was watching Nick play it, my friend, and, near the end of the game, I'm not sure if it was Ellie or it was Abby that got kidnapped, but one of them got kidnapped. I think it might have been Abby. And then I think one of them gets kidnapped, and then whoever gets kidnapped, the other one saves them.
I'm pretty sure it was Abby got kidnapped, because for most of the game, you actually play as Abby.
Yeah, decent
If I
job.
recall.
Like, you switch back and forth repeatedly. Which is a cool duology,
Yeah.
but I just hate Abby as a character.
I guess it's a neat idea to make you play as what's perceived as the antagonist, but
Yeah.
god damn, you cannot make me hate a person and force me to play as them. Because I don't want to.
It's pretty cruel.
Then I'm disinterested. But you know, maybe I'm a self-centered person. I want to focus on one motherfucker. That person was Ellie, and I didn't get that satisfaction.
Yeah.
But you know, speaking of that, I actually had an idea for a much better story of The Last of Us Part 2,
Oh, yeah?
where you could still have Joel die, alright? So imagine this, okay?
Alright.
The entire focus of the story is actually, let's just say Joel is sick, and you know, he's dying
Yeah.
throughout the story, you know, and you have to go out to go see if you can find someone to help him. Alright. So you still have Ellie going off on her own. You still have, you know, at the end or a little towards the end, you can still have Joel pass away. Ellie fails to save him. It's a very emotional scene.
Yeah.
Because, you know, at this point, you know, you spent most of your time playing the game to find and help this person who you as the player love, because you get to play as him in the first game, and you fail. You know, sure, maybe you could probably even have him get killed by somebody else still at that point. But some deaths just have to be impactful.
Yeah. Meaningful.
And some deaths are just too much. And his was just so fucking brutal and so early
It just didn't have...
that it just left a sour taste.
Yeah, I feel like it just didn't have the right reasoning for him dying. I feel like some random scientist dying I mean, yeah, I mean, some people could argue that, like, yeah, the moral's like, yeah, everything you do in a video game matters, but it's like, it was such a minute thing that it really wasn't a great reasoning for him dying. Even when I'm pretty sure Joel saves Abby.
I don't know.
Something like that.
It's been such a long time since I played the first one. If I recall, because I haven't seen much of Last of Us Part 2, so if I recall, the Abby's parents or parent, somebody, was one of the doctors that she fucking murked when they're about to sacrifice Ellie to be the cure. And I mean, like, at that point, I think Joel had good cause. They're about to kill a 14-year-old child. I get it.
Basically a daughter
she's
to him.
cure. But, fuck him. Fuck the cure.
Yeah, man. Because, like, you could even think, like, okay, what if they got the cure? Maybe they would just, sell it for a bunch of money so they could be the big people in the next world. It's fucked up.
Maybe that cure caused some fucking side effect to some people, and they make them super zombies.
Yeah, now we have super zombies and zombies on our hand. What the fuck?
I understand what he was going for in terms of what story he wanted to tell. I understand. And he just fucked it up. Whatever his name is, the director of Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, I don't know.
But maybe Part 3 will pick up the mantle and fucking... Because that doesn't matter. Just Last of Us Part 2 won like 2,000 awards for no fucking reason.
And it got Gotti for no reason. I think it should have been Ghost of Tsushima.
And I'm sorry, but Last of Us Part 2 did not deserve Best Soundtrack. It's still Doom Eternal.
Yeah.
That was just a fucking no contest. It was Doom Eternal. Fuck anyone who says it wasn't. Dude, I don't know if you've listened to the Doom soundtrack. That shit is steroids combined with heroin, combined with whatever the fuck your favorite food is.
Steroids.
Times 20. Like, I love that shit. I love that shit. But no, Last of Us Part 2 swept. They came in with like a fucking machine gun and just shot all the awards, dude.
Yeah.
Took it all home.
It was literally just Last of Us after Last of Us after Last of Us. It was like so predictable. It'd be like, oh, the next award, and it's like, oh yeah, I wonder who's getting it. The Last of Us.
And it's so weird because it's such a stark contrast of critical reception and the audience reception to that game, The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, I feel like it was probably rigged.
We're just not smart enough for that game.
You don't understand
Zach.
the complexities.
My brain has been turned to mush by shit like Call of Duty and shit.
Mm-hmm.
I can't handle such a fine story as The Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, it's too finite. It's too exclusive to our small brains.
But and then but new year, new games, sort of. The game. Final thing to talk about.
Yeah, let's end this boy off.
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk
2077.
We're gonna end it with Cyberpunk.
I was fucking bugging all of these motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, that game's gonna win Game of the Year. Then I got delayed, so it wasn't even eligible. And oh boy, I waited for that game for so long.
Oh, so many people
I saw the fucking reveal trailer way back. What was that? It was like 7 years ago or some shit. I was like, bro, oh my god, this is so cool. And then I can't even play the goddamn game because I don't have the peak of PCs
You have to have the best PC.
at that time. And then, everybody's already talked about it. Cyberpunk 2077, like, what the fuck went wrong? Oh, this went wrong. Developers had no game for the longest time. Executives were pushing that shit out. False advertising. Breaking bugs.
So much things.
It was supposed to be it. That was supposed to be my game, bro.
Yeah. It's supposed to be everyone's game.
Like,
It's supposed to be the game of the year. Probably a big game. Like, it was supposed to be a mark in history, but now it's a mark in history for all of the wrong reasons.
it left its mark.
Yeah, it sure did.
A giant shit stain on the gaming industry. And it ruined the reputation of what was considered a very good company, CD Projekt
Yeah.
Red. So I don't know. They're still trying to fix it, but
Not sure if that.
yeah, they put it. I don't know either. I don't know if they can fix it.
Mm.
They put it back on the PlayStation Store, but it has a fucking warning. This game's been known to not work on last gen consoles.
Yeah, it's very inviting.
So, maybe if I get a beastly computer rig, I can experience Cyberpunk, which I hear the story is still nice. I expect it to be nice, Can't really fuck up writing like you can fuck up. Well, I mean, you can fuck up writing, but
They're known for their writing.
they're known to do good writing, and I heard it's decent. I hear the combat is all right. If you want to consider, I hear it's kind of boring. I hear that you can get quite a monotonous.
The combat.
But yeah, but I don't know. It's just I have been broken. Like my expectations just shattered so many times in the last 2 years by games. It's like
Yeah, a lot of people have been shafted, and I know Halo Infinite was delayed last year, and I know that, or yeah, I think it was last year. That upset a lot of people.
we can actually play Halo Infinite multiplayer for free.
Yeah.
So you might want to check that out on computer.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think Halo Infinite will be good. I hope, because I mean Halo is a game I grew up with. You didn't.
I did to an extent, but I played it again on the Legendary Collection, and I don't think Halo's my cup of tea.
It might not be, but you can't deny the influence Halo had on
Everything.
shooters. I think most shooters followed the Halo formula, if I recall, like the precedent they set.
Mm.
But yeah, I think that should be it for now, though. Thanks for tuning in to Silhouettes. I'm Laney. That's Zach over there. We'll see you next time.
See ya, boys.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.